everyone, and welcome back to Clothesline. My name is Oren, and this is our Clothesline Smackdown review entitled 5 vs. 5. In case you don't know, here's how it goes. I'm going to talk about 5 good things that happened this week on Smackdown, and I'm going to talk about 5 bad things that happened this week on Smackdown, give the show an overall review, and then I'm going to give it a score between 1 till 10, and there's even a 0 if the show was a complete catastrophe. So let's start things off with the good. I really like what they're doing with Apollo Crews. Tonight he had a match against Shinsuke Nakamura, which he lost, but then afterwards he attacks Shinsuke Nakamura. He assaults Big E with steel chairs. Good job by the announcer selling us the whole injury angle. Couldn't you have done that when they burned the Fiend alive? Nevertheless, I like where this is going. I also like the fact that Apollo Crews mentioned his Nigerian heritage. Maybe we could even see him rechristened as the Nigerian Prince. Tonight we also saw a 6-person tag that stemmed from an argument that developed on the worst talk show segment ever, the Ding Dong Hello Show. It's not over. I don't care. It's not over. Anyway, without a doubt, the star of this matchup was Reginald, because I like the way his story develops. He helps Sasha Banks and Bianca win the match. It appears that he may be a bit smitten by Sasha, but in my personal opinion, I think it's all a ploy to help Carmella to eventually win that SmackDown Women's Championship. Nevertheless, still, Reginald is awesome. What do you do with someone who has nowhere to go? You turn him heel. Tonight we saw a tag team encounter between the Alpha Academy taking on the Mysterio family. When out of nowhere, Otis just keeps pounding and assaulting Rey Mysterio, with Chad Gable cheering him on. Thus we learn that Otis has turned heel. Yes, I'm shocked and I don't know what you're gonna do with his theme song now, because he's no longer a blue-collar solid man. But still, you had nothing else to do with Otis, so why not turn him heel? Tonight we also had a special appearance by Edge, who had a very tough task today. His task was to sell us the idea that literally anyone could walk out Universal Champion this Sunday. And I think it's something that actually elevated each and every one of the participants in the Elimination Chamber match this Sunday. When we saw a segment where he talks to each and every one of them, contemplating maybe he'll be the one he'll face at WrestleMania. Even though he still hasn't made his decision, he could still go Drew McIntyre. He wouldn't, but I'll talk about that later. But still, I think it was a good approach for him to talk to each one of the participants and give us at least a glimpse of a chance that maybe, just maybe, one of them will be able to beat Roman Reigns, walk out Universal Champion, and then face Edge at WrestleMania. And then we get to our main event. The main event was all the participants in the Elimination Chamber match in a 6-man tag, and this match was good. This match did a very good job in showcasing each and every one of the participants in the Chamber match on Sunday. Each of the participants got time in the ring, each of the participants had time to shine, and each of the participants had a chance to establish himself as someone who could actually win the Chamber match on Sunday. Of course, the ending came when Daniel Bryan made Sami Zayn submit. A big schmutz went on with everyone hitting their finishing moves. Even Edge got into play when he speared Jey Uso, and then he got speared by Roman Reigns. So overall, we got a pretty good build-up for this Sunday's pay-per-view. So those were the good things, but there are also some bad things. I just don't get Big E. I mean, he's supposed to be a fighting champion, and from the looks of it, from a man who is apparently dismissing Apollo as a contender, he looks like he's berating him, you know, in a heelish fashion. I already beaten him 3 times, he doesn't deserve another title shot, get to the back of the line. Are those the traits of a champion who's supposed to be a face? Up until this point, I thought the whole shenanigans with Billie Kay were pretty entertaining, but now it just seems she's lost. You know, from being a so-called manager to Natalya and Tamina to the Riot Squads and now back to Natalya and Tamina, and everyone is rejecting her. I mean, where is this going? So they announced that on Sunday, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler will defend the Women's Tag Team Championships against Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. Why? You've been building up a rivalry for the past couple of weeks with Naomi and Lana, so how come they don't get the title match on Sunday? I mean, does the rivalry between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair really need a tag team championship match? So apparently one of the feuds going forward will be Seth Rollins versus Cesaro, and I'm all for it. But, God, I hate Seth Rollins' gimmick. It doesn't work for him. The whole Messiah gimmick doesn't work for him. I'm not even sure what he's supposed to be now. Even though I hate Seth Rollins' gimmick, still, if this leads to a match between Seth Rollins and Cesaro at WrestleMania, you know what that means.
Shut up and take my money!
And our final point for the night has to go to, okay, we get it. We get it. It's gonna be Edge and Roman. It's gonna be Sasha and Bianca. Why prolong this? When you put more emphasis on Edge and Roman and Sasha and Bianca, then we know they're gonna pick him for the WrestleMania matches. I mean, tonight only at the Ding Dong Hello show, Bianca was about to say that she's gonna face Sasha until Reginald interrupts. Unless there's a major swerve coming, You could have announced them picking those opponents earlier on. Overall review of the show, I really enjoyed tonight's episode because it was a good build-up for this Sunday's pay-per-view. The six-man tag as the main event was really good, and of course the teasing of Roman Reigns versus Edge, the Otis heel turn no one saw coming. So bottom line, I think they did a good job in hyping us up towards the pay-per-view on Sunday. So my final score for this show was a 6.5 out of 10. And that is our review. Now we would like to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below, do you agree or disagree with our score? We would love to read your comments. And also, if you want to stay notified when I'm uploading these videos, hit a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification button. And I'll see you next time on another Clothesline review. Thank you for watching.